Go.
Welcome. We're excited to bring you to our first virtual cooking to help you get the most of our products, my Caribbean way of cooking. I'm Chef Bernie. Caroline is behind the camera, making sure it all works. You'll see her in a moment. Tonight we are cooking tropical garlic prawns, cucumber salad, and Caribbean bake. So if you're ready, let's begin. Right. So for the tropical garlic prawns, we have the prawns, we have spring onions, we have bell peppers, we have coriander, the tropical garlic sauce, spinach, baby spinach, and for the bakes, Caribbean bakes, we have self-rising flour, we have a little sugar, we have some sea salt, we have some black pepper, and water. And for the cucumber salad, we have the cucumbers, the cucumber, we have the lime, and we're gonna put a little black pepper, olive oil, and salt. So, we're gonna do the Caribbean bakes first. So then, first thing, I have in here 200 grams of self-rising flour. You put in the bowl. And I'm going to do some lukewarm water. I make the water lukewarm, blood temperature, so it breaks down the flour easier. So we have our flour, we have our water. So I'm going to put a little bit of black pepper, not too much because we're only making a small amount. Some sprinkle. We're going to do the same for the sugar. I would say a little wee spoon. And then for the salt, I'd say about that much. Not too much, just to balance it out. So I'm going to take a spoon. Because it's a small amount, I'm going to use the spoon. Normally once I use the spoon first, then I'm going to knead it with my hands and get it going. So to mix everything, make sure it's all spread out properly. So it's all ready. I'm going to use, to begin with, 100 ml of water. So yeah, so just going to pour some in there and you stir it so it starts mixing, because you want to get everything well mixed. So as you can see, it's getting lumpy. So now I'm going to use my hands. And then you knead it. So it's getting there. I find it's best when you work it with your hands. If you do a machine, then the machine overworks it. So I find doing it just the way we used to do it back home, I find it much easier to do. So as you can see, it's coming already. So there we go. You don't want to work the flour too much. And that will do you like, you could do mini ones, that will do you about 2 to 3 bakes. And that's it. You don't need to overwork it. And that's it done. 2 minutes max. So what I do, I put it one side. And then I'm just going to wash my hands quickly. Now what we're doing tonight, it wouldn't take long. With 2 of you, it's even quicker. So
I think that's a hint for me to come in.
Yes, that's where Caroline comes in.
Hello.
So, this is my lovely wife, Caroline. Right, Caroline. Would you do the cucumber for me?
Okay. So
Right.
this is for the cucumber salad, yeah?
Yes.
So I'll just cut the angle.
Yes.
So do you want all of this?
Yeah, we're doing the whole thing.
Okay. So I'm going to come over here,
Yeah.
out the way. I'll come over here out the way a bit.
So I already prepped the peppers, so
Shall I show them how I'm going to do it? So guys, all I'm going to do is get a bowl. I've got a grater. I'm just going to grate the cucumber into the bowl. It's really easy. Just don't, you know, grate your fingers.
yeah, so it's fun with two of you and quicker. So you come from work, your favorite program is starting, you have like 45 minutes, and it's a very easy dish you can do, just the two of you. Since you're home, there is no fancy way of cutting the peppers. You cut it any shape or any size you want.
Just mouth size, eh?
yeah. Then I'm going to do the spring onions.
First time I had the cucumber salad was you made it for me in St Lucia in 2000. Do you
That's
remember?
right, yeah.
And when he said cucumber salad, I thought, oh, that's a bit weird. But it really works exceptionally well with the bakes, doesn't
Yes,
it? And you
it
can
does.
mop up the juice with the bakes.
That's the whole idea. Because back home we use, they put tomato peppers, they put Scotch bonnet peppers, and
Right.
they put spring onions.
Shall I show you what
Oh,
that
wow.
looks like? So I'm really quick.
Yeah.
I'm practicing. So that's the cucumber salad. It's all grated in. I'm just going to scrape the bits of cucumber off the back there with a spoon.
Right. So we on a timer, we reckon this is gonna take half an hour. So it's 7 minutes past 7 now, so we're hoping for 7:30 to have everything done.
It's my dinner. Oh, it's our
It's
dinner.
our dinner.
Yeah. So one of the reasons that we started to do the virtual cook-ins is that it's good for us to eat really well, because sometimes, even though we cook all the time, we don't always eat really well, because you know we work really long hours in the business, and sometimes going home
Coriander.
late at night, you know, you're really tired. So we actually got inspired this winter to start doing more cooking for ourselves, which people were surprised about because they thought we cooked all day long, which we do with the sauces. But anyway, it's eating well, isn't it?
Yep.
And we wanted to create really healthy, vibrant food that was quick. So we started doing that, and then we made our tropical range of sauces to accompany that sort of cooking. And then we thought, why don't we just start doing this virtual stuff and do the live stuff on Facebook? So and this is our first one tonight. So
Yes, it's our first one.
we hope you're going to give us constructive feedback and tell us what was good and what wasn't so good, and what was helpful and what wasn't, and what you'd like to know more of. And then we're going to do this every Tuesday. So yeah, back to Bernie.
Right, so the pan is getting hot. And what you need the oil. Once it's hot,
Are you doing the bakes now?
yeah, we're gonna do the bakes.
Okay.
So the easiest way to do this is the oil.
What sort of oil?
It's vegetable sunflower oil. So I put just enough to cover the whole base of the pan.
Yeah, just tip it a bit.
Yeah, so it's not too much, it's just enough, it just covers the base of the pan. And once it's hot, then we're gonna start doing the bakes. Now the bakes, they're very tricky. You have to keep your eye on the ball all the time, because it rises quick and it gets brown quick, so every like 20 seconds you have to be turning them. Now people do the bakes differently, or you could do it differently. You could put milk in it, or yeah, you could do make cheesy bakes. You could put cheese in it and flatten it out. There's a lot of stuff you can do. So to portion it out, that is one. That's two.
You used to be really famous in the Hobbit pub, didn't you? For your
Yes.
cheesy. You used to do cheesy dumplings in the Hobbit pub.
That's right.
And Students used to go mad for it.
So that gives me five bakes.
Is that 3 for you and 2 for me?
That's right.
I thought so.
So ideally you could roll the bakes, but Caribbean style we just do it like this.
Sort of mould them in your hand.
Yeah, and we flatten them in our hands.
How do you know when the oil's hot?
Well, we do a tester. We take a little pinch of this and we put it in the pan, and then
If it sizzles.
yeah, it sizzles and gets brown quick. And then that's one.
So back in the Caribbean, when would you eat these?
Well, breakfast, lunch, dinner, it's kind of like a fry-up. You eat it any time at all. There is no special time. Good for hangovers.
Oh really? I wouldn't know that.
Yeah, man. Yeah, so it's just
Just work them in your hands.
yeah,
don't you?
just work them in your hands.
Now, do you want me to put any dressing on the cucumber salad yet?
Yeah, put some
We're going to squeeze a lime, yeah?
just a little bit.
A little bit of
Yeah.
lime and the olive oil.
And olive oil and black pepper and salt.
Salt and pepper, okay.
Yeah.
So I'm going to just pop that there for a sec. So, I've got a nice lime here. This, we use a lot of lemons as well, but lime's just got a really lovely tropical taste to it.
That's enough. We don't need too limey.
Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
so I've just given it a squeeze, and that's a nice juicy one. Sometimes you buy them and they're a little bit dry, but that's plenty. And the main thing is keep tasting, isn't it? So I've got some really nice extra virgin olive oil here. What do you think, Bernie? Just a bit of a glug?
Yeah. A bit more, a bit more.
Bit more?
Yeah.
Okay.
Right, so the oil is sizzling now.
And
So
then,
right now I have it on a high heat, the oil. But once it gets the right temperature I want, I turn it down a little bit. Otherwise the bake's gonna cook too quick and they're gonna burn. And on the inside it will still be doughy, and we don't want that.
okay, black pepper?
Yeah.
Just a sprinkle?
Yeah, a little bit more.
Okay.
Yeah.
Enough.
And some salt.
So I've got a pinch of nice organic sea salt here, and this is, we actually use this salt in our sauces because it's got all the minerals in it. So once you've sprinkled that in, just fold it in, because that salt will kind of melt a little bit, and then we'll give it another stir just before.
Okay. So
I'm
now
just
I'm
going to
gonna
taste a bit.
now I'm gonna put the dumplings in.
Mm.
And she's sizzling away.
A little bit more salt. That lime's really nice actually.
So now the bakes are cooking.
That's good.
I don't know if you guys can see, but they're already rising.
They need to be able to see, don't they? I don't know if you guys can see really well, and we're doing it with the iPhone on a tripod, so we might have to think of a better way. If you can't see, let us know, and we'll think of something better.
Where is the...
Right, cucumber salad's over here.
So that's cucumber salad done.
Yeah.
That's the bakes cooking. And we 13 minutes in.
Okay. I don't know if anybody's actually cooking with us tonight, but we're hoping as we go forwards that you will cook with us, and you can go onto our blog and see the list of things that we're going to cook for the month, and there'll be some ingredients on there or links to our tropical recipe book. So going forwards we'll...
So she's already rising. You better off getting a fork and a spoon or spatula to turn the bakes. It makes it much easier.
They kind of puff up, don't they?
Yeah, they puff up. When we do it back home, well, they had no self-rising flour. We used to use baking powder, and you let it rise, and it works the same.
Do you think they probably got self-raising flour now, but they didn't used to, did they?
No, it's all baking
It was all plain flour and...
and baking powder, yeah. I mean, this is the kind of thing we used to eat when we were younger, when the money is not, we haven't got much money, things are very tight, so it's easy,
It's a fill-up, isn't it?
yeah, cheaper than bread.
You do it yourself.
Yeah.
If you were putting cheese in them, which I know people really love, at what point do you put the cheese?
So what you do, you take the cheese, you put some cheese in the middle like this, and you would fold it up, and you take the roller and do it flat.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's all you do. And when you cook it, it puffs up. The cheese is coated on the inside, and it's not filling.
Okay.
Right. So the bits are coming.
Yeah, they're looking good.
They come every odd shape.
Yeah, they make their own shape.
Yeah, they make weird shapes.
Do you want me to watch that while you carry on now with this, or do you want me to start this bit?
I'll put it once this cook, I'll put these two on, and then you could carry on, and then
Alright.
yeah.
So once they're cooked, you just put them on the draining paper, don't you?
Yeah.
So you do need a little bit of kitchen roll, and then put a few sheets onto a plate, and when they come out they're just going to sit on there, and they hold their heat for quite a long time, so we don't want to eat them like boiling hot, so it's fine to rest them on the side, but if you were going to rest them for a while, you need to sort of just put them in a low oven.
The very fiddly stuff.
Right, so while Bernie's just taking that out, I'm just going to turn this other induction pan on. You can see we're not in our own kitchen, we're actually in our unit, so we're very makeshift. So I'm just going to turn this on to start heating this up to get ready to put the veg in.
Turn it a bit higher.
What?
10.
10?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you want them to get nice and brown like this?
But not burnt. They can burn really easily.
Yeah, they can burn really easily.
And they're horrible when they're burnt. So you just have to pay attention to them, don't you? Right, so I swap.
Yeah, I'll swap this. Yeah.
And then you get on with that.
Yeah. Right. So now I'm gonna do the garlic prawns whilst Caroline is finishing the bits. So this is the tropical garlic. Smells nice. It has a little kick, I'll tell you that. When we're doing a portion for two, you don't need much. 1 dessert spoon to start with, and we will see how it goes. Right.
And there's 6% garlic to the garlic sauce, so it is very, very garlicky.
Right, first, olive oil. Again, you just put a splash to start with. So I'm going to put the peppers first, because they take longer to cook. And the spring onions.
It's a lot about feel you're cooking, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's not so much about the exact amount of ingredients, is it? It's more about, you know, because peppers are different sizes, aren't they? We say like on our recipes like 1 pepper,
Yeah.
peppers, but it's more about feeling it and actually kind of getting in tune with your cooking, isn't it?
Yeah, that's it. That's it. So I turned it up a little high to get it going, because we whoa, time is running. It's already
we're
18,
good. We're
18
good.
minutes in.
We're good. You're going to have it ready in time.
Yeah,
We're just about have it ready for
just
7:30.
about have it ready, yeah. I'm going to crank it right up.
What I like about the vegetables is we like them a little bit crunchy, and kind of you almost feel like you're flash frying them, don't you?
Yeah.
It's kind of like
Just a little pinch of salt.
So the garlic sauce has no added sugar in. In fact, none of our tropical range has any added sugar, so that's worth noting if you can't do sugar. And
Yeah.
we always say, you know, salt, put the salt in to taste, but some people like more than others, don't they?
Yeah. And those of you who's vegetarian and vegan, what you can do as well, you can do the same method, but you could put tofu, where tofu is it hasn't got much flavor, so you could put the same as you do now here, and put the tropical garlic sauce with the taco. But you put the taco in last because it doesn't take long to cook. And yeah, that's fine. That's good.
Okay.
Turn it off.
So I don't know if you can see that now. That's the kind of nice golden brown. So I'm just going to put those on the tissue paper. I'll show you what I've done in case it's out of shot. Just put them on tissue paper in a bowl and they'll drain off, but as I say, they'll keep their heat. And then I'm just going to put this hot pan out of the way.
Right, so I put the peppers, I put the onions, I put a little bit of salt. I'm going to put the coriander in a little bit, but now I'm going to put the garlic sauce. So I'm going to put 1 big tablespoon.
Oh, we're having some lovely comments.
Yeah, I'll put 1 more, just, yeah. You must have it hot, it'll be rude not to.
I just,
Now you might cough.
Oh, I'll cough, yeah. I'm going to open the window.
You might cough while doing it. Oh, it smells. Yeah, it smells lovely. Wow. Oh, yeah. You know what I mean? Some help for you, isn't it? It just hits you, you know?
Yeah, but don't breathe in, okay? just
Yeah.
sniff from afar.
It just hits you. So now I'm going to put the coriander, just sprinkle it.
You know, there's some lovely comments. I just dipped round the back to have a look to make sure that it was still going, you know, because I was a bit frightened that something would go wrong. And just thank you guys. Thank you so much for your support.
I tell you what, because she laughed at me, I'm going to put a little bit more punishment. That's for you, babes.
Thank you, darling. Yeah, no, just thank you so much for everybody supporting us. It's brilliant because we're having so much fun.
Right, 22 minutes past. We're doing good, guys. We're doing good.
We're doing well, yeah.
Might just pull it off.
I'm getting a bit hot. Oh, I need to wash the spinach. Right.
Yeah, wash the spinach.
Make sure you wash the spinach, and with spinach it gets quite gritty sometimes. I mean, you do buy bags which are quite clean as well, but we've got baby spinach here. I'm just going to wash it a few times to make sure it's
So now I'm turning it down.
good.
I don't like my vegetables too soft. I like them a little crunchy. But if you want, you can cook them longer.
Crunchy, please.
Crunchy. So I'm going to try a little piece. Yeah. Yeah.
Right, so the spinach is washed, but spinach is going to go in last.
Right, so I'm going to put the prawns in now.
It'll just wilt. So when you defrost their raw prawns, when you defrost them, make sure that you rinse them off and keep them in the fridge. Just get them out at the last minute. So when you defrost them in the fridge as well. So tell them about the prawns.
Yes. I put the prawns now.
What they have to look like. They have to go pink, don't they?
Yeah, they go quite pink. Because they don't take long to cook. Because you want them nice and tender. If you leave it too long, then it overcooks them.
It's a good, you've got to get the right balance.
Right,
though,
let's
haven't
taste the
you?
bakes, Caroline. Taste the bakes.
Oh, testing the bakes.
Mm.
Good?
No.
Good. Yeah, because the thing is with prawns, if you don't cook them, they make you very ill. But if you overcook them, they're horrible because they get really cotton woolly and sort of tough, don't they?
Now I put the spinach. I'm not putting all of the spinach.
Yeah. So the spinach does really quickly as well. You just want to wilt it Because you want to keep all those nutrients good, don't you? You don't want to kind of lose it all by overcooking it. So I'll put these things out of the way.
So like I say, guys, you could do the bakes differently. Some people use milk. I do it the easy way, just simple, and I find simple works for me. But again, the whole idea of you doing this is for you to experiment, so you can change the whole thing of what I'm doing there and make it your own. You have to try things and then you know how it goes. So
they're called different things in the Caribbean.
yeah,
they are called bakes, aren't they?
Bakes. We call it bakes. I think the Jamaican call them dumplings.
Yeah.
And they have yeah.
Oh, some coriander.
All the different islands have a different name for them.
We used to call them Johnny Bakes recently.
Yeah, and we call them float. It's just
yeah.
Yeah.
Shall I chop some of this up?
No, I already put it in.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm already done.
Can I have a little bit of raw? Just as a garnish?
Yeah, when no. Wait when you put yours and then you put your garnish on it.
I like raw garnish. Bernie doesn't like it so much, but I really love a little bit of...
Wow, we're doing well, 26 minutes past.
I feel like I'm on one of those programs where you have to do it like, get it done in a certain time.
Now if you don't want to do bakes, you could cook rice. Just some rice and you could have it with the prawns.
Put that here. Got our nice tropical plates.
Right.
Thank you, Mr. John Lewis.
So, guys, I think we did quite well. 27 minutes past.
Actually on time, but this is a first, because normally we're on Caribbean time.
Yeah.
Right, so we're going to serve this up.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to give my cucumber salad a little stir, just to get that salt really mixed in well. That looks fantastic.
It's not too hot.
Okay.
It's just right.
So guys, this is our dinner tonight.
Right, so dinner is served.
So we've got cucumber salad. Yeah. Tropical garlic prawns. Yeah. You have a bit more than that.
That's all right.
Okay. Right, I'll get the floats. There we go. A couple of floats.
Yeah.
Or bakes, or whatever you want to call them.
So there we go, guys.
Fabulous. Oh, and my raw garnish. My uncooked coriander. Is this mine?
Yeah. So half an hour, and we have this.
Dinner done. Try it. We better see what it's like.
Another thing you can do as well is you can take a knife.
That's just the right heat, actually.
You can cut the bakes like this.
He does it in a way that he doesn't cut his hands.
And you could put cheese, you could put butter, you could put chicken and just fill it. That's how we do it back home in the Caribbean. So
fantastic. So bon appetit. I hope some of you cooked along with us, or check out, the video afterwards. And we're going to be doing our virtual cooking sessions every Tuesday evening at 7 PM on Facebook. Videos will get posted, so you can catch them up later. And to download our tropical recipe book, go to our Facebook page, www.facebook.com CB Sources, which you should be on at the moment. If you click on the link on our main page, it says download recipe book, and you can click on that, you join our newsletter list, you get the recipe book, and all the recipes we're going to be using are on there, and then we'll be having new ones as well. Just got it. So,
thank you very much, guys.
Thanks for joining us.
Enjoy.
And we'll see you next week. Bye.
Bye.
Let's get supper.
Yes, let's eat.
Let's eat. I'm going to turn it off. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.